mine this time. I feel like I'm very, I'm running out of ID. We're here. Okay. Well, I went with Boom. There you go. Simple. You got it.
No curveballs. I have to go with my boy Lacoste. We are one and the same, except he is a little bit older than me, more wise. So it would be foolish of me to not follow.
Thank you, Nomad. Coming into game number 2. Boom against Vice. Big do or die time. Ooh.
23SAVAGE.
By himself, surrounded by 5, and in a lot of trouble to die. First blood.
He did not see the Monkey King courier walking up to him.
that was not the play that you're looking for.
Oh, and then Mikoto's pausing. He's like, yep, all chatting. Nice. I hate that. When I die like that, and my teammates pause. I don't know because they actually have a problem or because they're like, oh my god, this guy, what's he doing?
You don't want to live with your mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just let it go, bro. It's been a good minute now. Time to move on.
He's disconnected?
Oh no, that's the worst.
So now you're...
now he's dwelling.
Dwelling. Yeah, thank you for the word. That is...
You're gonna go in deeper and deeper into your heart. And the longer it lingers there, you know, the less essence shift stacks you're gonna get.
So yeah, with this pause, 23SAVAGE and
maybe
where his head's at.
Yeah, maybe if they have to restart the game, it's GG already, 1-1, because obviously they have a huge goal lead now.
Yeah, I mean that's
over, game over.
Can't restart.
Will we fall with that beat?
You. Maybe. Could be. I'm looking at this game, and it's all on the line full teams, right? Boom hold their destiny in their fate, Vice hold their own destiny in their fate as well. Like both sides of the spectrum.
He's not smiling. Shirt. Oh, he knows he's smiling. Okay. I love it's just look at it objectively.
Yeah.
Vice is massive underdog. Even if they win the early game like the happy boy, you know, they're just out experienced in mid late game portions of the game, playing against starting Prince, especially in meta like this. I feel like it's very hard to overcome. You really have to amass a huge amount of goal lead, so you do have some room. Last we saw, they had one big team by arrow, and then suddenly he was two hand.
Yeah. I'm watching all these players' screens, and I'm just wondering, do you play in the dark? Do you play better in the dark? Do you play better lights on? The lights are obviously on one side of the room, it looks like.
And not in the other.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I don't know if it's because I'm growing older now, but when I play in the dark, my eyes start to hurt.
That blue filter.
I do have that on. Okay. It just feels nicer to have light around, you know? Like, you get these bright ideas every now and then, and suddenly, woo! But it's all dark all the time. It's like, you dwell, like, imagine if he was in a dark room right now. He would be sad. Like, he made this, like, silly mistake, you know? And then the atmosphere is dark and gloomy and sad, and you're like, dwelling, you know, you become like a bad version of yourself, and next time your teammates mess up, you're like, stop that! Stop CSing! What are you doing? It's my creep. Suddenly the team atmosphere is toxic. All just because of the light. You don't want it to happen.
To get brighter lights.
Or lights at all. I don't know how you're doing.
Well, the flat right now, I think it could be
the one you have in right now?
Yeah.
Do all your lights work?
10 players compete for
bathroom one went out.
Is it fixed now?
No. So now I have like the one that's connected to the fan.
Oh, that one? I don't even have a fan. Oh, you mean the bathroom fan?
Yeah, the bathroom.
Oh, the thing that goes open and...
Yeah. See,
that thing is so cool.
It's the only light I'm working with, right?
It just opens after like a minute. Oh, it's a mid Slark against the Batrider.
That's why he was there.
Yep.
Okay.
But then he wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Again, a pretty easy matchup with Slark. You don't really expect any kills ever to happen.
Right.
On either side, really, until like the 6, 1 to 6.
He's getting low bottom, but he'll get under the tower. He's fine.
Carry Wind Ranger, which is a pretty hard counter tool.
And I kind of like this this support Abaddon.
Especially against a line like that. Bigger against Ogre. Ignite is beyond obnoxious. You get a multi-cast Ignite on you, just on you for like seconds. And just overall, don't really have many stocks compared to all of them. And you have a Slark on top of that. It's going to be a very hard game to initiate for Vice here. Probably going to be Slark in the back and in the front lines. Initiate on them. Very tricky.
Abaddon going to help against this Batrider. Makoto, bottom, had a good time. Zenki on this Ogre. But, Henri, so this is...
Not the biggest fan. Aquad also not that strong against Slark, in my opinion. Because you can actually essence shift, you can steal essence shift stacks from the clone. You don't get the permanent agility, of course, but you know, you just amass like 20-30 stacks from the clone, suddenly...
That is massive 20-30 stacked. Does he last long enough that he could get 20-30 stacks?
Yeah. It's easy to be quick in late game, it's very tanky. I mean, of course, in mid game, probably not. Oh, Mike getting silenced up here. One more hit, check kill.
Tackle, and power shot with the Cursive of Avernus.
It's such a strong duel lane, actually. Especially the safe Basilisk. He also picked up a Ring of Basilisk, very mana intensive lane.
Yeah.
So the Basilisk makes a lot of sense. Big fan of that. Slark, free farming.
Mind having like care for a casual Orb of Venom on the Abaddon if you can remember them like that, guys?
I like it. Big fan of it. What's the other one called? Had a great discussion there with the boss about that. Apparently he doesn't like the word too. I don't know why. That's for me. Double ignite.
As well as Hyde getting pressured here by Zenki. Here's right into the face of this Ogre.
Makes the ultimate sacrifice.
Salve on Photic Shield.
All three lanes are not doing super well. Great in step. Guard. And you expect them to. Quite a bit stronger. Slark will have the green. Probably opting for the third diffusion timing. Aquad. Batrider.
For Slark, like, what's his game plan here? How much is moving? He might even just get the kill here on a Bob if he's not in the right spot. Pounce Leash, Icarus dive over, they still got him.
Yeah. Good rotation from the Phoenix here. And a little bit overconfident from the Batrider.
Yeah.
Slark middle does deal a lot of damage if you allow him to hit you a couple of times.
Get a little too comfortable, think you can handle the hits, and all of a sudden, well, not only that, but the Phoenix comes over and you end up dead. That gives a big advantage here to the Slark.
Certainly. Doesn't get the edge steal, which you really like to have, but kill is a kill nonetheless.
Danky Spear connects. And this might just be a dead Ogre, and it will be MPZ. Getting a quick one there.
Oh, 20. Wow, 2 health.
The difference. That close.
An extra circle in his inventory to save his life.
On the hunt for
It
radiant.
really is just a game of inches.
Oftentimes it really is. Batrider stealing one of the bounty runes away from Radiant. Q 3 on Dire.
Have
Good stuff.
fortified their structures
Check kill.
against attack.
Ledge. Our shot available in the 1. To go for it. Very unlikely to hit. And our Slark is over 6, pretty much untreasurable. But Monkey's retaining top, or rather Batrider is retaining top, sorry. The Mars, but he's just gonna be dying again?
Yeah, I mean, under the tower, what are you doing, FPZ?
He doesn't get the kill either.
He's gonna survive, he won't even go down. Paolo's taking quite a bit of damage as well. I mean, Bob just did back-to-back times.
Back-to-back times, yes. Like, the rotation was very weird anyway. Like, level 5? It's like, just get to level 6 and then do it.
You're giving the open lane to the Knicks, but like, what does this really do to Slark?
Slark actually itemized into a bottle. Usually a carry mid wouldn't really want to itemize into a bottle
Radiant
because
glyph is now
it
active.
takes away from your threats money. Or even like an additional rave band. But he chose to do it.
Palos now in trouble. Icarus dive. God's Rebuke into the dome, but they've got the spear and they should have the damage. They're actually splitting up, making sure that the stun can't hit both of them. They get the kill on the one. They kill the Phoenix's courier Samael, but he won't get that. They get the kill on the Palace, and now they'll look for more. Zanky right-clicking away to DPC. Hyde is an onlooker, but bottom Makoto. Ooh.
Got killed by the monkey. I did not expect it to happen.
I'll take
Run
that.
was, I mean, I did not see what happened. That should not happen. Like, Monkey has no way to really kill a Wind Ranger, like, ever. But there's the Wind Run ability, of course. So maybe playing a little bit too aggressively here.
Bit surprised.
All three silence doing very well. Lasso.
They're really looking to just punish this Phoenix, but this is 4 heroes, man.
That was very close.
And a lot.
That Fire Blast was barely in range. If that's not in range, it's just out of there. The way it stands. Good prediction by Batrider. Almost 2 levels behind Slark though at this point. All the
Working on the
rotations he's
defusal.
making. Treads into a diffu. Very common item build, especially as a mid. If you're a mid, you know, you have all these high levels. You can't really just sit back and keep farming. You want to be active.
Illusion!
Definitely be active with Slark, Pounce, Leash into Shackle.
Ars, top lane, clone. Maybe out.
All the way back to Vegas.
Naked Midas or not. 200 gold to finish that. Interesting.
5-5 though. Trying to fight this up against the Slark. 5
goes
for that refill, but picked up by the Nixon.
Grabbed it right in front of his nose. Oh, double golem spawn for Savage too. You can't really farm those up. But be there. That's the anti-dream.
Yeah,
It's the worst camp ever. I hate golems.
unless you're Alchemist.
Unless you're Alex. Like Lina is okay too, like these AoE clear heroes, but
But other than that, just out.
Threats Wind Ranger. Be dead all day. Day rather. I mean, Maelstrom is just the new, most efficient DPS item since it was buffed from 25 to 30% proc chance. Very efficient on Wind Ranger. Also allows you to scale better because you farm faster. Overall, a very good item on hero.
Dyer's
Push
middle
Palace
tower
back into the
is under
jungle.
attack.
Like you said, he's gone to that
Dyers
naked Midas.
scanning
All
for
that's
enemy.
happening though, they're putting pressure onto the tier 1 tower. So, you know, Palace, he's going to be giving up this tower potentially as he tries to send that tempest double over to clear up these creeps.
Dyer's top tower is
Looking over at Bob once again with the ulti. Zanky now similar coming around. Your Savage needs to be careful. Ravage coming in for Samael. Oh my gosh, 3 heroes stuck. They're still going to take out Bob. Will finish off Zanky. Savage with a double kill. Now the Boundless Strike. The right clicks in. And finally a finish.
Wow, nice snipe. Photo there.
Power shot.
Mountain man.
Dyer should
But
look
it was
to
still a
their
decent
top
fight. Usually if you're the aggressor and you trade evenly, you're still getting out ahead because the enemy can't make any aggressive move. They're still kind of stuck on their side of the map. And you can see that in the network as well. Still up by 2k. Getting 2 permanent
Nothing
AG
will
charges
stand
on the
in my
Slark is
way.
also not too bad.
Dyer's top tower is under
And the
attack.
tier 1 top is still gonna fall. So overall a very good trade for Radiant despite losing the
Dyer's
Slark.
top tower is
But
no
not
more.
to die of course. But
Dyer's middle
Still
tower
sitting top of
is
the net worth,
under
and
attack.
honestly, these 3 cores are sitting ahead of the cores of Vice by some.
that's why they're almost 3k ahead. Batrider farming a jungle has to be one of the saddest sights. Doesn't do any damage.
Brig, but bottom, get the kill on the Hyde.
That was a free one.
Out. Use the credit for that one on the Hyde. They also killed off his courier.
Which will probably just result in a free bot tower for Dyer, which opens up the map quite a bit for this Arc Warden. Pretty important.
At the same time, they're losing their
Structures are fortified. Radiant's
They're not in a position really where they can choose to defend, and as I say that, Monkey King is peeking in.
But the question is, the balance strike, that's not really.
And
Dyer's middle
okay
tower
guys,
has
don't push.
fallen.
Okay, you can have it.
Dire should
Wait a
look to
second.
their top
Yeah.
tower.
I hope this Arc Warden is going to be one of the more active ones. I really hate to see Arc Wardens that just play defensively all
Prepare
game.
to high ground them.
Yeah, you're playing to lose, basically.
That's where we've seen
Most teams struggle.
most Arc Wardens, except for one. I believe it
one?
was Raven, right?
I believe it was Raven, yes. Mars itemizing to Blink first. Again, going with the Soul Ring. There's some new tech there. See what the other regions do there.
Ooh, Nyx Assassin, I believe caught Vision, or the Slark caught Vision with the Nyx Assassin.
He did.
They're still coming around though. KSQ by himself has the borrowed time. Is anybody's going to react for
Freebie.
bully to death?
But that doesn't really matter. A lot of resources expended for pretty much nothing. For 5 kills. Doesn't amount to much. And of course, remember, Nyx ult does not break it.
Yep.
Can come in very handy against his Mars as well as that. Fusel. Gold.
Do you think it needed that change, that break change?
I don't even know why it broke to begin with. I'm happy it's gone. Made no sense to me. He's not that strong that he can break you. Look at his little tiny claws. They can hug you, alright, yeah, sure. I'll give him that. Break you?
Dire are scanning
Kinda
for
sharp.
enemies.
Batter just running uphill.
Yeah.
No ult yet, 3
Caught
seconds.
again, and
2.
He'll get
Invisibility!
there. So there's the borrowed time, and there
should
Missed
be
spear.
a kill onto Zenki.
Missed spear, doesn't matter. Well, maybe the arena is a little bit overkill. It's a pretty big cooldown to expend in the early game. If it's Batrider, setting up for a lasso here on the Phoenix. Rotating in on the Nyx. So up.
Yeah, wait until the last second to grab that.
Tail.
There's the stun.
Yeah, it's Icarus dive though.
Ooh, my carapace.
Egg.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got it, but
They're slowed by the W. Just turn around massively.
might come over. It's gonna pop. Oh no. Yeah, 23SAVAGE is here. They tried their hardest, but well,
What a
they only
play
got
by
so
Hyde.
far.
Why? How did Tree not break?
Unreal?
No one does this to me.
He was chilling out on the tree. Immediate smoke up after. There's no heroes to kill, guys. You don't need to smoke. They're all dead.
Oh, let's set him up on the other side of the map.
They might potentially catch out the Ogre here.
They rush the
Oh,
Makoto killed
by
him.
Makoto solo.
He doesn't end up
Does
dying.
get traded once now.
Ogre also.
Is in onto the Ogre. Want to give him the right push and the kill.
Not a stack. The kill was super worth it for Makoto. Obviously, he got the XP, he got the huge kill bounty. You know, even if you die after that, nobody got experience of that. So, completely fine with that. You want to stop the Arc One from farming as much as you can. And Slark is accelerating massively. Going into Vega right away. Interesting. Not a bad pickup at all.
He's got, I want to say, he's also got Ags queued up. He might go
One or
that
the other.
first. Yeah,
I feel like one or the other. Like, you don't go both.
you don't need both.
Like, they're both mobility items, you don't really need that, as you said. Double damage bottled up on the Slark, together with Diffu. Huge power spike here. And with Nyx, they do have a sentry down.
King? Oh, get his free cut. They were ready for that one. Power shot comes in. 23SAVAGE with a double damage. Gets the kill. They've got the arena down around the Ogre. Tempest, right clicks in. Zenki gun. Get some stacks from Tempest double. It's at 9 right now, but 7 permanent agility.
On the hunt here for the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, why not?
They did see him though. They did spot him out, so Nyx completely fine. No Vendetta to work with though. And we see another Batrider struggling a lot.
He's coming all the way around. 23SAVAGE is going to catch him out. He goes to my carapace. Purges that off, gets the pounce, and still kills him.
wonders.
Goes
That DD
all the
route,
way around.
No problem. Yeah, very worthwhile. And I just arrived at the top wave, with pushing in anyway. So why not? Diffusal Blade and Blink Dagger, minute 16. Very good time is coming out for him. Shackle.
Blink Dagger. They've got the Shackle shot. That lands on a Bob. But here comes the Wukong's command. And they follow this up with anything. They're already going to run out of the circle. So Makoto on the run here from Onryu. But Onryu doesn't really do that much damage.
Thank you.
decent amount, but not nearly enough to kill anything. And
Not going to get it. He's also going to lose his courier for this one.
and a sentry ward.
Unstoppable.
7k ahead at this point. He's had a rough early game, but covered perfectly. Slark catching out Nyx again.
Carapace.
Leashed up.
Pounce leashes. He's running out of mana, but the Shackle doesn't connect. However, he'll still get this kill.
And another deal was denied.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Slark, he's got 10 permanent agility, and now the arena and the spear is on the Arc Warden. Palos is dead. They're all over the map for Boom.
No breathing room at all.
No, they're jumping onto Vice. Hard.
Honestly, this Boom really looks like a completely different team.
They look lost.
No, I said Boom looks like a completely different team.
Oh, sorry.
Like they're
Vice.
so fierce suddenly, you know, whereas before they were pretty timid. Like now they have this like aggression in them.
Yeah, and I mentioned that in the last game. It felt like they were taking more like risks. They're ready to fight. They're ready to play aggressive. They're not.
I like this a lot more. Like they're taking the fight to the enemy. Batrider.
There's a blink on a Bob. Pounce to leash. Look at these right clicks coming in. Bring around the Rosie, and well, Town doesn't feel the posing. Thank you. Who dies
Next out Barry on Batrider.
So
Arc Warden bottom. They saw him. He has no TP. He's completely boxed in there. Mars and Windranger are going for him.
he's not looking like he's likely to get out of this. Good spear from FBZ, and the TPs are immediate, but not in time.
Very, very questionable TP there. Might be able to get the Windranger.
And the stun. Kodo
Arena
still running, and Onryu looking very dead here. Shackle connects. Power shot in. One more needed to get the kill on Onryu, but Bob behind him. Spike Carapace helped him in place long enough to get the kill on Kodo. And now they've got the stun on FBC, but behind him is KSQ. Hyde as well as this Slark. Slark gets the kill on the Zenki. Now he's godlike. Sentinel running around with a little bit of help. 23SAVAGE is trying to finish off as many heroes as he can. He looks over at Onryu, who will Primal Spring away. There's the dust on a semi-out. Bob? Almost didn't make it out. FBZ gets the kill onto the Nyx.
Honest spear fall on cooldown. Makes out barely again. All these fights benefiting Radiant a lot more than Dire.
So you were saying Boom looks like a different team. And to add to your point, I do agree with you.
Wait, double damage on Slark, but he has a 4-step of damage. I say that, but he just killed him 4 hits.
Wow. And Palos, he's right there too.
Wow, the damage is crazy. 200 plus 200. He has 25 essence stack, 75 agi. Lose the courier, what is? What were you saying about Boom?
Hold on.
Hold that
He's
thought.
setting up again. There's the blinking. Palos is gone. Zenki might follow. Impale with the balance strike. Still trying to get the kill onto this Slark. They just can't find him, and while Zenki unraised there, power shot in, he's gone again. He's dead for the 9th time.
What were you saying?
Hold on. What's that just saying? Oh, he's landing the impale, power shot comes in, and he will burn out.
Yeah, sorry, what did you say?
What I was saying was I agree with you, even though I mistook what you said as Boom is Vice, but it doesn't feel like Boom's game is completely stuck on Makoto making something. It seemed like it was a lot of the time, like he was the initiator and had to make all these plays from the mid. It now feels like Boom overall is a team enough confidence to jump in and lead something on their own, even though they're not by themselves. Some like FBZ, he's willing to make that move. Makoto's willing to make. You've got KSQ, who in the laning stage is just running forward and ready to work with Makoto in the bottom. Like, everything seems to be working on all cylinders. Hold that thought though. Stun onto the Slark, and they get the kill here on the Savage. I don't know if that's likely, but Shackle hits the Tempest Devil, but I thought for a second it was on the Ogre. Right clicks come in, 23SAVAGE beyond godlike. Bob's caught, he's dead to FBZ.
For some reason, Batrider can't fly out of arena. Wyvern can. I guess Wyvern flies higher than Batrider, maybe that's why.
Deal with the Alp.
Yeah, Dota is a game of many question marks. For Vice, the question is, how do you stop the Slark?
Dire's middle tower
Neither am I.
The mad moon sings
Gosh, another
its
kill on
mad
Unview. They're
not
everywhere.
solo from Mikoto.
They're really everywhere.
Yeah, there's no breathing room at all for Dire.
And the arena, as well as the spear coming through on the Palace. They'll get the kill on the Arc. Now look over at Zanky. Double kill for Hyde. And this one is looking
All but over.
all but over. As Weiss are just getting absolutely obliterated. And there's the spear. It lands on the Bob. A two-man stun comes in, but Simeo and Bob both fall. And now nobody's alive for Weiss.
Sunray and Baron keeping alive. Mark, no problem.
Dire's middle tower.
This is a brutal defense.
Thanks for that.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
14 to 11. Now this is what happens when Slark is in this game and he puts that into work. Yeah.
Dire's middle barracks.
We have seen a couple of mid Slark that fell off.
They're up
Okay, so
so much.
how does Weiss bait them into the fountain? Although I'm sure Boom won't go there because as a major at stake.
That's how they bait him in. Major invite.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So as far as I know, the only way Boom is out of contention is if both Fnatic and Neon move. See it here?
It's very scary, and well, they're going after Roche while this is happening. So, Shackle on Roche, right click's coming in. It's not.
Yep. Mid-ranger, Baron. Good. So, after Boom wins this, they have to hope that go right for them. Neon and Fnatic need to win.
There's a lot of pieces there for them.
Then they're in contention for third place, but they can't get higher than third. Oh, he has Axe and Blink.
Palace getting caught here, and well, yeah, it just does not feel like he's going to survive. Runs into the dome, runs out of the dome.
The mad moon
Dies.
I get dome out of it.
mad.
Gets dome.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
My favorite streamer, Sips, is building a dome. It's just like,
Domes everywhere.
domes everywhere.
I'm a dome. The class is a dome. Dome.
Domey. 23SAVAGE getting a tower over bottom. Going Scotty next as they get another kill on the Samael as well as Zenki. He's pushing bottom. The team's over mid. Bob is cooking burgers bottom.
Here.
TP out, but the spear is in. And it is another kill here.
Force that though. Hold on.
I don't think he hit.
The mad moon sings
Lasso,
its
okay.
mad song.
Lasso down.
Yeah. There's not much to say. Like, they just seem really lost, and kind of just feels like a pop game at this point. You know, you're just killing people everywhere on all lanes.
Actually,
and Monkey
this
top,
is,
they're waiting for him already. Oh,
they knew. And he's got another pounce.
oh, that was close.
I thought they were going to meet.
Looks like it.
For a second.
Instead, just kill the clone.
Castle stacks 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meanwhile, Makoto killing off Zanki once again. His 12th. 23SAVAGE.
Oh, he sees him.
Onto the cliff, down from the cliff. 23
Did you see that next level play? He jumps up the cliff. To
they got it. That next level play. Hyde coming in with the Icarus dive.
Mikoto TPing in. No focus fire available though.
Supernova trying to stay in the circle. This is not looking good for Onryu. Eventually, the Monkey King is dethroned.
He blinked onto the high ground to see the Monkey King on the trees. That was a super next level play. And then, because of that, they spotted him. Phoenix TP'd in, cut him off the tree.
Man,
Looks like a revitalized Boom.
that is some 10,000 IQ right there.
Yes, almost as high as his MMR. Not quite. Maybe next.
Arena
On.
cut these trees to maybe find Bob. Oh,
They're so close.
contribute. And they got the Yules.
At the same time,
Yeah, they kill off Samael. 43 to 9. I mean, this is somebody.
44 to 9. Somebody stop it.
Yeah. 24,000 net worth lead. And the thing is, like, Vice isn't really gaining much at the moment.
They're just trying to cut creep waves, which is really the only thing they can do. But they have so much mobility on Radiant.
Hey, where'd I go?
They have like 3 Blink Daggers, there's a Phoenix. It's a real Arc Warden there.
Real Arc Warden's there in the middle.
Okay.
Makoto trying to get here. Trying to do something with it.
Looks good to me.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He gives up gold, but I think he was literally there just to Midas Trade, just so he can get close. But you're giving up more gold.
And stacks.
Yeah. Gleipnir, Gleipnir.
Oh no, Gleipnir.
Not going to be, I don't know, Valkyrie? Of course, mythology's not my thing, but they're going to pounce and leash up the Nyx Assassin. They've got the last one, but it doesn't look like it's going to do much. So much more gets caught to the arc. What if they get a shot of balance? Well, thank you. Look over at Samael to take out a Coil. Buyback on the Nyx Assassin. They're each by the Wukong's command, but that command is not even there. He can't control these guys. He cannot command them to do what he says. Unfortunately, he does what they say, and that's die and stay hit.
Yeah, we have seen in the first game, Vice played really well in the early game, you know?
This time it fell apart really quickly.
Yeah, but I think it's mostly the draft. Game 1, they had a really solid draft. Game 2, they fell a little bit apart in the drafting phase, and then of course, boom. It's just a more experienced, better team, you know? So one-sided games like these can happen very easily with those two factors or conditions.
Yep. One here, but a kill nonetheless on Zenki. Zenki can't catch a break. Zenki can't stay alive for more than 30 seconds at the moment as they try to go to tier 4. The agent will expire. The stun hits on a 23SAVAGE. They'll purge that off really quickly as they go in on this assassin and the shackle tanks as the assassin dies. So you've been shackled to a dead bug. Onryu, he falls. Buyback comes out from Onryu. They've got the triple kill. They get that kill on FBZ. 23SAVAGE really trying to find a rampage somewhere. Shackle doesn't connect with the right clicks on a Zenki. That's an ultra kill. Is he going to dive in? Does he want to go in for it? Pounce, Balance Strike. Where is he in the base right now? He's in such an awkward spot, but he finally gets away. He's still looking to maybe make the water. Is he long enough? Has the timing there? Yeah, he's got the rampage. 23SAVAGE then dies afterwards. And 40, like I said, major tickets dive into the well, and all of a sudden, 4 heroes are dead.
They lost 4 heroes for a Rampage. I would say well worth it. No problem.
Okay. I mean, you say that now. If in 20 minutes we come back to this moment,
they're gonna be kicking themselves.
Yeah,
I don't think this will happen simply because they have too many ways to get on top of the Arc Warden. No, they just wanted to feel themselves really quick, and they did. Probably prolong this game by about 5 minutes.
I have seen this tape before where
that was a different tape.
I've seen this one.
Tape was different.
I'm worried.
Don't be.
I'm always worried when teams make the move like that.
I mean, obviously we know they could have ended the game if they wanted to.
54-13. That is 67 kills in 30. That's over 2 kills a minute. And that's pretty much just from Boom. I mean, the math, it's almost there.
6. And they're smoking without the Slark, though. Do they need the Slark?
Double time!
He already got his rampage. It's fine.
Massive multicast onto the Mars. Can Olga make it out of here? 300 trees is very tanky. Barely. Not enough health.
Well, as you can see, the Ogre Magi, I'm taking your role right now. The Ogre Magi, just out of position, doesn't really have the damage. He's so under-farmed, and man, you know, Ogre, just been a bad game for Zenki.
Usually with the Ogre. Another spear onto the clone. Can the clone kill all 3 heroes? No. Close.
It just goes back to that lack of farm and the fact that they're 28,000 net worth behind. And, you know, maybe in a closer game, that matchup could go the way of the Arc Wardens, but here.
Not looking likely. Arc Warden clone defending the base.
Trying to, at least. Gleipnir.
Fish bait. I like that. You just throw a fish at someone. then if you leap at your own fish, you get an attack.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this like used before in a pro game.
It's pretty good. It's 75 attack speed, quite a bit.
Arena committed.
Throw the fish,
And
You threw
there's
it.
the fish. That seems so insulting. I feel like in some areas of the world, throwing a fish at someone is the worst thing you could do.
Probably. I mean, it doesn't strike me as very respectful.
No. Throws it onto the Slark.
How much does
and
it
then
slow? It slows by 30% for 6 seconds. It's actually pretty decent slow. For a pretty decent duration as well.
I think I'm going to throw a fish at you one day. Slow you down by 30%.
Yeah, and then you have to pounce me though.
That's
For
not-
75% attack speed.
top lane,
Dire's top tower is
2-2
under
tower.
Yeah.
Still standing.
Let's see if Boom decides to just close out the game.
has fallen.
End the suffering.
Radiant's bottom
Tempest
tower
double.
is under
Out, in, out. Oh, he missed the fish.
He tried. I debated him with the fish. Look at
Dire
that.
structures
4
are
gold
fortified.
going the way of Makoto.
Why is it called
Dire's
fish
top
bait, by the way?
tower
This is
under
throwing the
attack.
fish in his face.
That's how aggressive. Throwing them out.
Oh, they're all chasing the monkey.
Okay. Creep wave still trying to give Palos an opportunity to farm it all back.
Radiant's middle tower
Poor
is
staff,
under
Gletnir,
attack.
Boots of Travel with a Midas.
I mean, it's commendable, you know, they know this is the last chance they have. If
Yeah.
they lose this, they're most likely. No, they're definitely out of the one, I believe. Because it would be either execution or for 6 breaking the tie in the lower portion of the
Dire's
table.
top tower is under attack.
So of course they're gonna try it.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Tapping out, no giving up.
Even if the game looks over. Maybe it's a dive again, once or twice, you know. Triples
Here?
Gletnir.
All right. That's a start. You're getting there. I know he gets the stun there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dragonlance's picked up. Deso next for this Mars. Forward, Tempest double.
All the stacks he's getting.
Yeah, that is 15 stack. That's wild. That's so bad. All right. It almost lasted long enough. We're getting a kill on the semi-L to look over at Bob. Take out a second bolt without buyback. Balance strike comes in with a supernova popping, and now Sunray on top of the Tempest. Double, but not get the kill to open up the racks. And eventually take that. Still 3v5. Maybe an opportunity.
Dire's top
The racks are gone.
They're accessible.
And
There's
what's
Mega.
next?
Mega creeps.
And now the only thing on the list is tier 4s. An arena around the Ancient.
I mean, they're doing a good job of, you know, just staying away, waiting out stealth.
Tower is
But
under attack.
I've seen this strong defense before by Miracle.
Tower has fallen.
Maybe.
Anything is possible, in the words of Kevin Garnett.
Are you Kevin Garnett?
No. Championship, and then he said anything possible. Wrong spawn line, he's just...
Illusion.
They alert.
Roche available. She's a win. Second Roche of the game.
You know, very seriously. They had a little fun, you know, but
Now it's time to be serious.
there's still a lot. Swift link.
But his
Yeah, it's kind of skeletal.
With old pop, he has like 800 something. He's at 550 already. And he uses Swift Link. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Come on.
550.
Ooh, blink. Oh, points for Bob. And we'll go on to this Batrider and get the kill. Quick move, and now these spears flashing on the Ancient. One of the only things left standing right now for Vice. The arena comes in, that'll block Andrew out, but keeps Samael as well as Zenki in. Supernova, no way this thing gets killed, and this is going to explode right on top of Andrew. gonna Zenki as well as Samael take out Andrews. There's just one who's alive, and that is Palos, who will buy back into the game, still trying to make something happen, but just as quickly as he fought back, he is dead with the 8